Greetings. My name is Cody Leist. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me about the learning experience designer position that is currently available at Stanford University. I know that you have asked a number of questions, and I'd like to go in and address them at this point in time. The first question that you asked is, how do you go about teaching instructors or faculty how to teach online? Fortunately, not only have I, and three, two. Greetings. My name is Cody Leist. Thank you for speaking with me today about the learning experience designer position that is available at Stanford University. You have provided me three separate questions to answer, and I'd like to go in and address them at this point. Your first question was, how do you go about teaching instructors and faculty how to teach online? For the last 6 years, I've been an employee at The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, and recently finished up my graduate degree in learning technologies at The Ohio State University. One thing that I've learned in my time on campus has been the ability to understand how different professors from different departments and different campuses and walks of life have been able to go in and find ways to relay their content and relay their knowledge base to the audience that they are seeing in person, and also to the audience that might be attending virtually or being able to watch on demand. One of the things that I've always done being in my position is having the control with being showing instructors how to present themselves appropriately to make sure that their message is as clear as possible, make sure that they are seen as well as possible. And one thing that is very underrated and overlooked is that ability to have that camera presence when you are trying to speak and deploy your message to a large audience. Because the last thing you want to do is, especially in these times, assume that your voice is going to carry and everybody is going to hear and see what you're pointing at or what you are listening to in order to make sure that everything is being successful. Your second question, what is your favorite learning experience that you have created? One of my earlier projects that I created was a pet project for my father-in-law, who is a master beekeeper, also a retired college professor. But his content that I was creating was for his beekeeping. Um, he also runs a website that is dedicated to the improvement and the advancement of the honeybee and making sure that it helps our human population be healthy and thrive in the future. And one thing that I've noticed from him is how well he goes in and teaches not only to the new beginning beekeepers, as well as those who are in the continuing education track. And working alongside him, being able to relay his knowledge base, his experience, and his dedication and passion to the honeybee to anybody who wishes to learn and is curious and has that curiosity has been one of the great joys of my life. And I'm glad to have that kind of background. And I feel like having a place like Stanford University uh, be as eco-conscious as it is, it's another great example. I would love to go in and help in not only his research, but also find ways of collaboration to make sure that kind of excitement doesn't die down or doesn't fade away as he and his generation starts to cycle out. Lastly, what is your process of working successfully with subject matter experts? One thing that I am not afraid to admit is that I don't know everything about every single topic in the world. Yes, there are people that know a lot more about a subject than I do, and I am perfectly fine with that. I want to know what makes them tick. I want to know what that puzzle is that they are seeing as they try to go in and create the next great platform or the great path to helping learners and their audience in future classes be able to grasp the content, whether it's through written communication, whether it's through visual examples, whether it's through hands-on work. If you don't find a way to make that uh, experience work, and you can't go in and just wing it, because people who are in the industry will kind of pick up on you pretty quickly to say, you're missing something here. So if you do make the effort to go in and embed yourselves with those who are really high up in that knowledge base or that subject, and allow them to teach you the basics or allow them to teach a certain level or a certain point, so that way you can figure out how to make that content, make that process more adjustable and more malleable for the overall population that's going to be interested in it, then you're going to find your greatest amount of success. And you cannot be afraid of collaboration with whomever. This is not an ego type of uh, of profession. You you do want to go in and show your ability to not necessarily submit, but take a back seat, so that way you can better grasp the full, if you want to call it 30,000 foot view of what you're expected to handle. And lastly, I have one question that I am very curious about, just about you. And that is this. During your time at Stanford, and maybe we can even just go beyond your time at Stanford and even just talk about your time in this career field, whether it's in the education sector or if it's in the private business sector. I'm curious, what change or changes do you believe have made the greatest impact on how learners have been able to grasp the content they are being taught? And that could be a number of different. I am open to listening. This is an open forum. I would love to pick your brain on it, because at some point in time, it's those little things that when they pop up into your head and they bring a smile to you, and they help you understand that click, that key turn that says, now we are on the right path. Now we are able to expand or be able to exponentially grow in ways that were quite unheard of so many years prior. What is that one advancement that you feel like during your time in this field? And if it's just here at Stanford or if it's outside of your time at Stanford, what has it been? Thank you for your time. I look forward to speaking with you again soon.